Hello everyone, my name is AC Brown of acbrown.com and welcome to my channel. Since this is my first ever YouTube video, allow me to introduce myself. I'm AC Brown, as I stated before, but I'll just tell you again, and I am a psychic channel, spiritual guide, and entrepreneur. And this is my first ever YouTube video, and I want to thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I'll explain to you more at the end of this video of what's going to happen. So before we get started, let me ask you these 3 questions. Have you ever let fear hold you back? Does the thought of taking risk make you hella scared and hella uncomfortable? Do you ever think to yourself, what if I fail and everyone laughs at me? If you've answered yes to one or all of these questions, then this video is for you. Today we are talking about how fear almost stopped me and almost stopped you from getting this channel. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video and let me know your thoughts or your questions about fear and how to unlock and unleash your potential by removing fear, dealing with fear, and acknowledging the fear in your life. So, when I was younger, I used to be fearless. And when I mean fearless, I would invest money, time, resources, and I wouldn't care what the outcome would be, no matter the consequences, good, bad, or indifferent. I was a huge risk taker. If you told me that I had a chance to make $1 or to, meet some people or to level up my education or learn just something, anything new, I would invest the time, I would invest the money. I really wouldn't care because that's how fearless I was, and just getting the opportunity to do things, to be around people, to experience new things. And then as I started getting older, life happened and I started being a responsible adult. And through that responsibility, I started getting very scared and very weary of the investments I was making, very weary of the time commitment I was committing to in these certain things. And it honestly kind of just just made me take it back. I was taken aback by it because I just really didn't understand where it came from. And then I know you're probably thinking like, well, AC, what happened? And it probably happens to you too, because it happens to tons of people. We start getting around people who are fearful. We start getting around people who don't follow their goals, who don't have any dreams, who don't know what their desires are. And then we let them plant little tiny seeds in our minds that at the beginning, we don't see those seeds. We don't feel them. We don't hear them. But over time, they grow. And then you start recollecting memories of when she said, oh, it's not going to work. Or he said, maybe you should do something else. And then those seeds start growing and growing and growing and growing. And what happens is when you allow other people's fears to infiltrate your mind, it is the detriment. It is the downfall of any desire or any vision that you have for your life. And when we do that, we get paralyzed, we get stuck, we start to doubt ourselves, and we become very unclear about who we are and why we're put on this earth. So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways fear stops you and what you can expect from this channel, and also how to not let those fears stop you. So first, let's talk about how fear stops you. Number 1, fear makes you hella unclear. And what I mean by that, fear comes in and says, oh, you want to open up a bakery? Sidebar, I'm going to be making many references when it comes to baking and bakeries and shoes and shoelaces. Don't ask me why. It's just something that Spirit uses through me to give analogies. So like I said, number one, fear makes you hella unclear. What fear does is it says, okay, you want to open up a bakery. Are your cakes even that good? Do people even like the taste of the type of flavors that you make? Or you get that one bad review, or you take the cakes to your job and someone says they're nasty, or you take the cake to your family member and someone says, oh, this is not that good, or it's too sweet. And then fear clouds your mind. Fear makes you so unclear, because what fear does is that it says, oh, see, that person's right. That person's right. You can't bake. You can't do that. You're not a good baker. You're not a good cook. All of these things. And then it just makes you hella unclear. So a way to combat that is to be extremely clear on who you are, who you serve, and what you are trying to do. When you get clear on your goals and your desires, and you're super clear, I mean crystal clear on how you want it to happen, what it looks like, everything, you will not let anyone stand in your way. And so when people try to plant those little seeds in your mind of doubt, they become obsolete, because you're so clear, you know the goal regardless of the circumstances. And we'll talk more about that in other videos on how manifesting is about clarity as well. Number two, you need to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now you might be thinking, AC, what does that have to do with fear, being uncomfortable? Being uncomfortable has everything to do with fear, because sometimes fear is just there to see how bad you want it. And it makes you uncomfortable, because what we don't realize is that when we move to different levels and different levels of success, it is unknown to us. We don't know what that feels like. We don't know what it feels like sometimes to have all of our desires, to have all of our dreams. So what happens as we're on the journey to those things, it makes us hella uncomfortable. And so how you combat that is you learn how to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I'm not saying ignore signs of that fight or flight kind of thing where you're put in danger emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. I'm saying that when you're doing something different and you are unsure or not confident in that thing, you're going to automatically become uncomfortable, because you've never done it before, or you're doing it new, you're doing something new, or you're trying something new. Or say you went to school, or you have a certification and now you're starting to get your clients, you're gonna be hella uncomfortable because you're not doing it and you haven't done it before. So the way to get comfortable with being uncomfortable is to start practicing more. If you're a speaker, speak. If you are a content creator, create content. If you are a baker, bake. If you are a makeup artist, do makeup. The more confidence that you become in your craft, your skill, or your purpose and how you're serving the world, the easier it's going to be to move through each of those levels of being uncomfortable easier. You'll be able to say, okay, things are changing. So now I know in my body, this is what being uncomfortable feels like. And then you can say, I can push through this and I can get comfortable eventually with that different level. Number three, failure is inevitable, but success is a choice. You're probably saying, AC, what the F? What do you mean failure is inevitable, but success is a choice? This is another way that fear stops you. Fear stops you because in the beginning of doing things, you might not see extreme success. You might not even sell anything. You might not get people to buy into what you're doing. It's going to be a long journey. Failure is inevitable. I have failed so many times at so many things. I'm going to talk about it on this channel. I've lost money, lost investments, lost friends, all of that stuff through failure, through me taking risk. However, I had to make the decision in each of those failures to become successful. And what do I mean by that? I mean that failure is going to happen because you don't know what you're doing all the time. Things are new to you. If you're starting something new, it's going to fail. And what I mean by it's going to fail, certain processes or procedures might fail. It doesn't mean the whole venture is going to fail. It means that the way you do things might have not been the best practices in the past, and now you're learning more. You will journey through failure within your business, within your life, within your career. But when you make the choice to be successful, no matter what, that fear becomes obsolete once again. Because as you are learning and growing in your business, in your career, in your life, those fears of failing turn into successes because you're making the choice to say, you know what, even though I fell a little bit, I'm going to get back up and keep going. I'm going to choose to be successful. For instance, me and this channel, I don't know if it's going to be great, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be consistent, give you guys content, and fulfill my purpose and my destiny through this channel because I have a desire for it to be what I deem as successful. So therefore, no matter what happens, it's going to be successful because number one, I'm clear. Number two, I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable because this is uncomfortable for me. And number three, I am comfortable with choosing success over failure. So as I choose success, failure might happen. I might change my backgrounds, might change my makeup, might change my wigs. I don't know, but I'm going to choose to be successful in this venture. And no matter what, it's going to be a success for me. So now that we talked about how to not let fear get in the way of your goals, your dreams, your desires, and how to not let it stop you from doing anything, let's talk a little bit about what you can expect from this channel, since I'm super excited. And mind you, I was supposed to be doing this channel last year, but I stopped myself because I let fear get in the way. But there are other types of fears, and I'll talk about those here on this channel. So each week, we're going to discuss topics ranging from spiritual self-development, radical commitment, and brand innovation. We're also going to talk about human design because I'm a human design expert. I'm your resident human design bae. We're also going to talk about astrology and metaphysics because ultimately I am here to help you figure out where and why you belong. That is my purpose. That is what I know for sure about myself and the work that I do. I'm here to help you figure out where and why you belong through spiritual self-development, brands innovation, radical commitment, and using tools such as human design, astrology, and metaphysics, because I'm here to help you change your mindset in order for you to live the most best, fabulous life, purpose-filled life, whatever that means. So I hope that you plan on joining me for the journey. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of different things here. I'm going to be talking about something that, two things. I'm going to be doing a segment called Radical Commitment, where I'm going to commit to crazy things for either 1 week, 2 weeks, or months or days at a time to show you how radical commitment can literally change your life. And I'm also going to be talking about a touchy subject, and it's going to be called Operation College Body. I'm going to take you all on a journey of my weight release journey of getting back to my college body. Now, we'll get into that another topic because I'm not actually striving for the actual college body, but just certain things around that and what it meant for me. But before I forget, make sure you all go to my Instagram and like and comment on things there. And also please remember to like and subscribe to this channel and share it with other people. Catch me here because I won't be outside. I'll be filming videos for you all so we can journey in life together and we can show up for each other. And I'm going to teach you some amazing things to up level your life. And like I said, to give you the mindset to figure out where and why you belong. So if you've enjoyed this video, leave a comment below and tell me how you enjoyed it. I want to leave you all with just a nice little affirmation that, just say to yourself, I am fearless and I deserve everything that I desire. So make sure you all have a great day filled with good vibes and great energy. And remember, don't let anybody F with you. Bye-bye.